Alright, guys, bear with me for a few seconds while I get myself set up. Oop. Right, here we go. Listen. Where do I start? I have actually made, well, I've got 2 cans. Guys, it's my birthday, yeah? It is my birthday officially. So that's probably why, put that out of the way. Put that out of the way as well, because that is important for later on. And there, I've made a bit of a list of because I've been drinking all day, obviously. It's my birthday. So, and I don't care how this comes out, because I just don't, it's my birthday. But I did put things in order of what I wanted to do. So we're going to come to them in a bit. First, I want to thank everybody that have wished me a happy birthday. The video I put out yesterday of the camera test, I was testing a camera. That's a no-no. It's crap. It's crap. It's crap. It don't even accept the microphones. Anyway, forget that bit. No, it's crap. Every now and again, I'm going to resort to this because I've wrote things down because I don't want to forget anything. The hat, right? The hat. I've never seen him like that before. I don't. The only time I wear this hat is when I go out, when I'm out and about, because I don't want to be recognised, because people. There was a time where it was it was this year. It was about June. I pulled up. I've got a mobility scooter. I pulled up at Morrison's. Next thing, this guy pulls up next to me on his. He's got one of them cancel electric bikes. He goes, "I know you." I'm like, He goes, he says, "You're on TikTok, innit?" I'm like, "No, mate, I don't do TikTok." He goes, "I've seen you on TikTok." I goes, "No, mate, I don't do TikTok." He goes, "You've got games or something, you've got a gaming." I'm like, "No, mate, no, you got the wrong person." Anyway, he's like looking at me confused. So I kind of like realised what he was getting at, so I counteracted him, and I said to him, I goes, "So if you see me on, what name am I? Why is my name on TikTok, or who am I?" He goes, "I don't know." He says, "I don't know the name." He says, "But I've seen you." I'm like, "Man." So anyway, I realised he was like starting to follow me as I was coming home. And I mean, my Morrison's was like 3 mile away. But during my journey, I realised this guy was following. So I turned it around on him. And I kind of like started following him. just to throw him off the trail because obviously I've got too much to lose. Someone else find out where you live or whatever. No. So, yeah. Anyway, I lost him in the end and I just came on. But so I've realised, even though I've got this hat, it doesn't disguise me, although I thought it would. Anyway, no matter. Right, so what we've got, I don't know even what I'm talking about at the moment. Oh, yeah, yeah, I've had a good day, really good day, a day with the family, food, drinks. I'm still drinking now, and this is like, the chances are, guys, you're not going to get this video until after my birthday because that's the way it is. Yeah, I've only just started recording this because I did say to I want to give a couple of shout outs. Goblin Retro or Retro Goblin, I can never remember which side it works. Retro Goblin, Goblin Retro. Cheers, mate, for the happy birthday. And another one for Goldtooth. Goldtooth sent me a message through messaging on my phone, wishing me a happy birthday. So, and Wayne's World of Gaming, Wayne's World of Gaming sent me a cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So everybody that sent me a happy birthday, yeah, love you all. Anyway, bear with me, guys, because I'm still celebrating, you know. Anyway, my plan is, I don't know how long this video is going to last, but right, see this Star Wars, right? Yeah, so this my son got me this for my birthday. He also got me a brand new pair of black slippers. Yeah, so I got this slippers. I got socks. So right, I don't edit anything. So whatever you see, this is right. Even if I don't care, right? I might look embarrassed. Well, you might think I'm burping as well. But anyway, this is why it's called YouTube. Be you, be you. Don't be fake. Don't be trying to rip people off. Don't be. I'm not going to go down that. It's never a rabbit hole. Right. Anyway, so birthday gifts. I got a pair of they come in threes. You get 3 pairs. So I've got Xbox socks. Xbox is 20 years old. Well, the Xbox 360 is 20 years old. So the Xbox 360 is now 20 years old. There's a debate. There's a controversial. Is it retro? Some people say it can't be retro because it's HDMI. But you imagine in 30, 40 years' time, is it going to be retro even though it's HDMI? I don't know. Anyway, another set of socks. These are Area 6. These are Area 6 socks, guys. These are absolutely beautiful. Check them out. Got aliens. They're amazing. Love them. So, yeah. The thing is as well, as it says in the title, where's my notes? Paranormal. I promised people in my chat a long time ago for Halloween that I would do the second paranormal experience that I had, and I'm going to do that in a minute. Give me a minute, I'll do it. So yeah, they're the socks. Got my knife ready for opening these. So yeah, I'm going to do. And what you don't know, this is what you don't know. While I was in hospital in July, I went in hospital on July the 10th this year for 5 weeks. While I was there, while I was in hospital, something else happened, which was quite paranormal, which is why I showed you. This relates to it, this photo. And you can't write it, you can't make it up. But we'll go for the second one first, which I've always said I will tell it one day, and I've had people in the chat saying, when are you going to tell that story? I'm going to tell it in a bit after I've opened. As soon as I've opened that box, shows you what it is. Yeah, then I'll. But this, guys, those have been watching my channel for a long time will know about Bigfoot. And my son got me this. Caution, Bigfoot, stay on marked trails. So even my neighbour is my best friend at the moment. He's my latest best friend. Lauren to be the same, vice versa. So I'm thinking of putting this somewhere, because this is like a bungalow. It's like a complex bungalows. So I'm thinking of putting this on a fence or something. I don't know yet, but it fits the environment that we're in. Yeah, I love it. I do. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I've had a really good day. Well up here. Everybody's been really good with my. I haven't missed anything. Yeah, I did tell you then about the camera test yesterday, which turned out, for me, it was crap. So I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using that again. These are for my grandkids. And apparently, the big one is, well, it's heavy. It's very heavy. And I did say to him, give me a clue. Jesus Christ, what are they doing with this? I can see where it's fastened. I got it. Alright. Tell you what, I need a new I need a new Stanley blade. Yes, I do. Right. All of my grandkids and my sons, they all clubbed together to get me all this. So I can't say who got me what. I'm just going to show you what I've got. I ain't got a clue. Oh my God. Oh, this is amazing. I was not expecting this. Right. Guys, this is for the original Xbox cardboard box package of games. So, oh my God. So, yes, triple pack. So, it's triple pack, 3 games. Where have we got all 3? So, you got the first one. You got Halo 2. Multiplayer. You know what? I didn't even know this existed. Includes 9 all new multiplayer maps plus bonus features. I didn't even know this existed. So what they've done, my grandkids, they so complete. Alright. That's mint. That is. So what they've done, they've looked around, they've seen things, and they realised I ain't got this. That's amazing. Yeah. That is nice, guys. That is absolutely. It's still got its baggy lot. Well, not still got its baggy, but somebody's wrapped it up. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I can show you how good this is. These discs are absolutely amazing. Yeah, so, oh mate. Well happy to have that. You have to bear with me, guys, because I've had loads of food and loads of drink. So, yeah, well happy. See that? That is absolutely amazing for the original Xbox. That is good condition. Yeah. I love my family. I really do. Alright, so I'm going to put that somewhere safe. Alright. Before I open this one, because this one is an absolute, this is a beast. This is heavy. The only clue, because I did say, right, when my grandkids, the kids get outside, they'll say, Granddad, got something for your birthday. What you got, man? And they're like, can't tell you. I'm like, give us a clue. So they're like, I think with that one, they just said it's games. It's something to do with your games. But with this one, they didn't. What they did with this one was, because my grandkids range from 10, 10 to 15, 16 years old ish, 17. Don't know. Anyway, don't ask. I'm senile. But anyway, this one, they said is, what was the words? It's related to plastic circles. No, this was the clue. I said to them, give me a clue. And they said it's plastic circles that you like. And I'm thinking, what? Anyway, let's give. But I'm not going to open this until I tell you my second, not first, my second paranormal story. Those that watch my channel know that the first one was Blackie the Labrador, which I told about a year ago. This one I should have told you at Halloween, just gone, but I didn't because I weren't well. I just weren't feeling well. And I'm going to tell it now. It's going to take probably take 5-10 minutes, so bear with me. And then we'll open this big, heavy. Guys, this is heavy. I mean, I couldn't even lift this onto the stool thing. So, right, this one goes back to 1982. I was 16. I was 16 years old, me and my mate. My mate Mark was both same age, 16, in 1982. And what we did, we challenged. We did a challenge. Now, this might confuse people, but in England, in Britain, the drinking age is 18. In America, I'm not sure, but some Americans might say, "Well," even in 1982, nobody gave a damn how old you was. No, there was no. Anyway, so me and my mate, we set ourselves a challenge to go through Nottingham city centre to see how many pubs we could get into to buy drinks. And we also had rules. We had our own rules, which meant you could only sit there for an hour, drink a pint within an hour, and then move on to another pub. So we're going through Nottingham city centre. A lot of pubs are like, no, they don't look old enough. Because in them days, there weren't no ID cards. There was nothing. It was all judged on your appearance. So if you appeared to be looking too young, I've always looked young for my age anyway. You know, even now I'm 50. I don't want to go into deep about age, but yeah, there was parts where we'd go to a pub and they'd turn around to us and say, no, you don't look old enough. So we won't get served. But other pubs was, yeah, they'd serve us without a problem. Some pubs didn't. But the idea is, they didn't. If we was told, you can't get in this pub, move on. And that happened quite often. So by the end of, not by the end of the night, but by the time we got to the pub where all this happened was, got to about 10 o'clock at night, 3 pubs served us. So it was a pint in each pub. So the challenge was, get in a pub, if they served you, make that pint last you an hour. So we did. And after got to about quarter to 10, I can't remember, don't quote me. My mate turned around and says, he turned around to me and says he was on about going home. I goes, right. I goes, what if we do one more pub and I'll buy the pints. So he was on about what in town. I goes, so what we did, we went to, don't forget I was 16 years old at this point. So I'm trying to remember how it all panned out. And we ended up in a back street pub where it was like either family run or it wasn't an industrial. I can't remember the name of the pub. All I know it was the back end of Nottingham city centre. It was somewhere down a back street. We got there. We walked there, to be honest. I can remember walking there. And we walked into I don't know what pubs are like. I haven't been to a pub for like 30 years, to be honest. I don't know what they're like now. But back in that day, pubs had 2 rooms. They had what I call a normal scruffy atmosphere room and then they had the posh lounge. Anyway, we walked into the scruffy atmosphere room and there was no way of getting to the bar. There was no way. And I remember saying to my mate, I goes, right, what we do? I was going to set up a pub. So we left the pub and as we was walking up, we literally walked, as we came out the pub, the back end, which was a scruffy area, we literally come out and walk past the lounge, because they had a lounge posh area. And we looked in the window, there was hardly anybody in there. And we was like, we can go in this way and get a beer. So we did. So yeah, we went in. My mate sat down. I said to him, because obviously I said to him, don't go home, I'll buy. So he sat down, got a little table, and there was about 5 people in this area. Or there was old people. There was old. I'm not going to say after the 50s, 60s. So, and I can picture it now in my head, where my mate sat down, the bar's there, and my mate sat right on the edge of the bar, sort of thing. So he sat there, the bar comes around. And obviously, I said to him, don't go home, I'll buy a round. So I've gone to the bar and I've ordered 2 pints of lager. And even to this day, I remember even the name of the lager. It was Labatt's. I don't know how many people remember, or if it's still there. It was a lager called Labatt's. So I ordered 2 pints of Labatt's lager. The landlord, I do find out later, he was the owner of the pub. He was in his 70s, 60s, 70s, something like that. It was an old guy. Him and his missus was running the lounge side of the pub, but the other side where we first went in, there was young uns and the bar was full. There was loads of people. Now, don't forget as well, this weren't a weekend. This was like I think it was either a Wednesday or Thursday night. So, and that was the idea. Don't go in at a weekend where it's going to be crowded and they'll, because you've got no chance of getting served, or they'll just F you off saying, oh, you don't look old enough. So it was either, I can't remember, it was either a Wednesday or Thursday night in this pub. And I said, my mate Mark, I said to him, you grab that seat and I'll go to the bar. So as the landlord is pouring the pints, there's a mirror at the back of the bar. It's a massive, it stems the whole, where his optics and everything is. And I see this guy stood next to me, but he's not directly next to me, he's a bit set back. And I'm watching him through the mirror. And he's making a roll up. Yeah, he's making a roll up. And I kind of like glanced and to my side. He weren't there. He was gone. He was gone. This is what threw me, because soon as I realised he weren't there, I looked straight back at the mirror, and he weren't even. He was gone. He was gone. And it's one of them where you're like, we say it out loud. I mean, the guy, the barman, he stood in front of me pouring the pints. And I'm like, that's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit strange. And he looks at me and he goes, what's that? I says, it was like somebody stood next to me. And then all of a sudden he was gone. And this barman was just like, oh. So anyway, pass me the pints. I'm trying to tell this the best I can because I know I've had a few beers. But bear with me, guys. So anyway, I took the beers, sat down, and I said to my mate, I goes, did you see anybody stood next to me while I was at the bar? He said no. So I told him exactly what I saw. Yeah. And anyway, after a bit, we thought nothing of it. We got to, from what I can realise, it was about 10:30. It was about 10:30 that night, 10 p.m. We was both near the bottom of because, like I said earlier, make the pint last an hour and then move on or go home. That was our challenge. So anyway, oh yeah, my mate did say at one point he noticed the barman look over at us and like look over at us and say something to, which we later found out was his missus, whispering, and then look over at us, and then yeah. But anyway, as we got down our pints, down to about the last drink, he came over with another couple of pints, which was, if I remember right, it would have been nearly kicking out time. Because pubs in them days closed at about 11, I think, something like that. Anyway, come over with a couple of pints, passed them to us, said, there you go, lads. And we're like, and he looks at me and he says, I've got a question for you. He says, what did you see in the mirror? I says, I saw a man. I saw, this is no word of a lie. I says, I saw a man just to my left, but a little bit further back. So he weren't direct. He was a little bit further back. I says, I saw a man. He was stood there making a roll up. Rolling tobacco. I was like, yeah, all right. He goes, he says, it's just that you looked a bit stunned. I goes, I was, because, and I told him, I goes, well, when I looked to my side, he was gone. And then he turned around and says, what did it look like? And I explained it. I saw every detail. I says he had his hair pulled back in a ponytail. He had a bit of a goatee. He looked about 30 years old, or a bit more. Anyway, it turned out I weren't far off. He had a denim jacket on. Obviously, I couldn't see below the waist. I couldn't, because of the bar. All I could see what was in the mirror at the back of the bar. So I said to him, yeah, he's got his hair pulled back tight to his head and a ponytail. Even though I couldn't see the ponytail, I knew it would have been a ponytail because it was tight wrapped. He had a goatee beard. I wouldn't say skinny-ish, but I won't even say well built neither. It was about my build, something like that. Denim jacket on, t-shirt. The next thing, the barman is reached into his pocket and he's pulled his wallet out, and I don't know why, but I thought he was going to give us some money. And I remember this. I used to say to me and my mate was always joking about this. We thought he was going to give us some money, but no. Took his wallet out and he pulled out a photo and he put it on the table, pushed it towards me. That photo was exactly the same looking man as his son. All of a sudden, I felt a big, people say you get a big chill. Yeah. All of a sudden, he turned around and says, that was my son. And as soon as I saw that photo, I was like, yeah, that is him. That's who I saw in that mirror, without a doubt. So, you get to the point where you don't know what to say. He turned around and he says, he died in a traffic car accident. I can't remember exactly his words, and it's one of them where you don't ask questions. So I didn't want to say, was he driving or did he get run over? None of that. All he said was something about a traffic accident where he lost his life. So anyway, then conversation entailed where I think it was my mate that turned around and said something about he saw them talking behind the bar, and that so the barman, he goes, we're in the pub. To cut a long story short, he says, we're in the pub. He says, we lost our son in 1975. I'm convinced. I'm damn sure it was 1975 when he said his son was killed in a tragic accident involving. You have to forgive me, God, because it's my birthday and I've had a bit to drink. I'm trying to do my best. So anyway, so the guy I saw in the mirror making his roll up, I even told the guy in the pub, that turned out to be his dad. I says, I even seen the pouch that he was making the roll up from, and it was Golden Virginia. And he confirmed it. He says, yeah, my son always smoked Golden Virginia roll ups. So anyway, there's a couple of blanks which I can't get my head around. because obviously it was so long ago. But at one point, he did say to me, he says, "You're the second person." I think the landlord said he'd been there like 15 years. And I was the second person to describe the image, ghost, whatever you want to call it, within that time. So I said to him, "Because what was the other one?" And it turned out to be about 3 years, 2, 3 years before this incident, when he said to me, he says, we had a group of women, young women, in the pub. He says, and one of them got a bit too drunk, and she mistaked. Instead of going to the women's toilets, because obviously the doors were next to each other, she walked into the men's. She came back out and complaining, saying that there was a man stood in the women's toilets. But the landlord had already seen her mistake the toilet, so he knew she was in the wrong. She'd gone in the wrong toilet. But at the same time, she ended up explaining what the man looked like, and she explained him exactly the same as what I did. Tight, pulled back ponytail, goatee beard, basically the landlord's son, which died in 1975. Now, I don't know if, but he did. I remember he did say to her, "Look, you walked into the wrong toilet or whatever." And because we had this big conversation. Anyway, go forward. We're going to go forward 6 months to a year. Don't forget, this was me and my mate. We was like, what if we go back to that pub? What if we go back to that pub and just ask a few more questions or whatever, or see if any of us see his son or the ghost? Because I'm convinced, I'm 100% convinced I saw a ghost that night. I know skeptics, I'm going to get probably a load of crap but I don't care. Anyway, it was about 6 or 8 months later, we decided to go back to that pub. I remember saying to my mate, it's got to be night time, it can't be during the day, because you don't know what timing. So I said to me, we get there for about 10 o'clock at night, we might either see something or... Anyway, we turned up at the pub. It was totally changed, guys. It was gone. It was the pub was the same, but it was totally different people. The people behind the bar, I remember asking them, look, like, who runs it, who owns it, describing the man behind it, because the man behind the bar, he was like Santa. He had white hair, white beard. His missus, she was greyish, both in they looked like they was in the 70s or 80s, 80-year-old. I don't know. They was old couple. And one of the bar workers at the time, it was a young girl. She did say that the pub would be took over by some sort of brewery. So anyway, and that is it. That is it, guys. That is the end of. So I saw a man next to me, but a bit set off, making a roll up in the mirror. And then all of a sudden I look around, he's gone. That's a true story. I kid you not. That's 100% true story. And even when I said to Mayor, because did you see any? Obviously, he didn't see nothing because even I dismiss it. It's same as Black as a dog. sometimes I have dreams where I realise that, like, did I see that? Did that happen? I don't know. Am I in a different... Anyway, it don't matter. But we're going to get this open. And this one, we'll get to. So, God, this is heavy. So this is, what did my grandkids say? They said it was round plastic things that I like. So, round plastic things. Not clear yet. Yeah, I've had a good day, guys. I've had a really, really good birthday. I was watching... I always watch YouTube anyway. I don't watch anything. I don't do mainstream. Mainstream to me is crap. No, I was watching Wayne's World. Wayne's World playing Bloodborne. Them Souls games, man, I swear. I've tried them in the past, the old ones, the older Souls games, and I can't do them. So, hats off to the man. There we go. Right. God, this is heavy. Oh, this is heavy, guys. Just move over that. Right. Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys. I still haven't got a clue what this is. This is big. And this is heavy. Oh, that is. Mafia. Oh, Mafia 3. Mafia 3. Right, guys, let me just turn this around. Mafia 3 for the PS4. And it's got, I don't know what that is, some sort of bag. Don't know if that's... Why is it not inside it? It's too big. I won't fit inside there. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway. Oh, there's something else as well. Oh, I didn't realise this. Guys. There is... What the fuck is this? Oh, mate. We've got a t-shirt. Oh my God, yeah. Loving this. We've got a Mafia 3 t-shirt. Oh God, I love my grandkids. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that. Have a look. Oh, this is amazing. I was not expecting this. Have they brought, what have they done? Brought these separate and then put it in? I don't know. Well, now I've opened it all, I can ask. I say, oh, where'd you get this? So, yeah, mate, that is amazing. I'm not going to keep anything sealed because it's my grandkids. So we've got Mafia 3 Collector's Edition. Oh, wow. Right. Tell you what, guys, this is heavy. Some weight in this. Let me move this. Guys, I know you're watching my video. My grandkids, I know you're watching this. I love you to bits. And, you know, God, this is heavy. There you go. Yeah. I don't even know what this is. Obviously, I've heard of Mafia 3, but I don't know. That is heavy, guys. So there's the cardboard. Give me a minute. Because because of its weight. I'm out of breath just because of its weight. Hey guys, give me 1 minute. 1 minute, I'm going to the toilet. Break tea. Alright guys, I'm back. So I can't wait to find out what's in here because I've never seen this before. I've never, this is it. It's, guys, this is heavy as, oh. So first glances, we've got this type. What the hell are these? What the hell is this? As I want to show you, I want to, this is what was wrapped in there. Oh, clear, it's like a little white on there. I got a, I don't know if I can show this on YouTube because these are quite exotic. Is that one? Yeah, it is. I'm not. Alright guys, I'm not going to risk. I'm not going to risk losing my channel because they seem a bit erotic. So, and that is that. Mafia 3 collectible art prints. And then we've got, I knew it. Right, we've got 2 vinyl LPs. I'm going to open these, so that can wait. Put that down there. Put that down there. Right. Where's my knife? Right. There's no way. These are sealed. I'm not keeping this sealed because I love vinyl. Vinyl LPs, mate. I want to play them. So, take that off. What's that called? Right. On this one, it seems like there you go. It is a vinyl record. Beautiful. I love my vinyl. Yeah. So I will be I will be playing this, but oh, this is amazing. So there's your tracks. Wow. I'm guessing this is the soundtrack. I've just realised, yeah. When I felt the weight of the parcel, and I said to my grandkids, I was like, give us a clue. It was like, Grandad, it's something that you like that's made of plastic. And I'm thinking the weight of it, I was like, oh, I didn't have a clue. Mate, you know what, this is amazing. Obviously, I can't play it online because copyright. But yeah, that is absolutely amazing. This one, this one. Yeah, we're going to open it because I'm going to play it at some point. Oh, wow, I've just realised. Oh, wow. Mate, this is probably, what does he call it? What's that word they use? The creme de la creme. No, creme de la creme. This is the best of. Is this? Oh, man. I've just read. Let me read this to you. I can't. Let me get my magnifying glass. Right, check this. A song called Black Ghost Blues, performed by Lightning. A song called Paint It Black, performed by the Rolling Stones. That's the one I recognised straight away. Paint It Black, Rolling Stones. Trump. Otis Redding. I Got My Mojo Working. Shadows of Night, Walking the Dog. performed by Rufus Thomas. I know that song. Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix. Anybody who's a big Jimi Hendrix fan? Oh my God, this selfie is amazing. Chain Gang, Sam Cooke. There's a man working on the chain gang. I let a good thing go by. Dewey Edwards, Go-Go Shoes, Lonely Young Blood, Slip Away, Close Crossers, The House of the Rise. We don't know this one, do we? The House of the Rising Sun, The Animals. God, oh mate. It's a shame I can't just put the LP on and sit playing it and talk to you guys. I can't do that because I get copyrighted and obviously this is brand new. Look at that. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. I love vinyl. Got loads of vinyl. I wondered why, I will say, I wondered why one of my grandkids, when I said to him, give me a clue, and they was like, it was round plastic, some round plastic things that you like. And I was like, round plastic things that I like. So anyway, yeah, that's the art prints to vinyl LPs. So this is amazing. I love this. Obviously, I've got other collector's editions that contain vinyl, which is one's up there. I got Bioshock 2 for the 360. That's got a vinyl 12-inch LP. This up here, Mr. Many Pieces, that's also got a vinyl record. It's a little single, 7-inch 45. But oh mate, I can't believe this. This is absolutely amazing. So you get 2 LPs. You know I'm going to be playing these tomorrow. Might even play one tonight before I go to bed. I'll be very tempted. The rest of it, because it's still really heavy. So we've got a massive, Jesus. God, this is heavy. So we've got a massive art book. Check that, guys. That is mint. So, guys, it's like it's never been opened. I'll be careful with this. I don't want to damage it anyway. So, I don't think this has ever been opened, to be fair. Look at that. This is like brand new. And the smell of it as well, guys. This is absolutely, no, this has never been opened. I can guarantee you that. So anyway, the last, this is still heavy. Really heavy. That is the last. So Mafia 3 Collector's Edition. I don't know what system it's for yet. PS4. Right, so it's PS4. Oh, this is beautiful. So, let's do it that way up so that everybody can see. Is that anything? No. Right, so we've got PS4. And it's got like a. Oh, yeah. Right, so you got the game and a. Is it lenticular or 3D? So you got a slipcase. Then you got a 3D. Yeah, I think it's 3D. It's not lenticular. Or is it lenticular? And you got the game. Looks like it's got PS4 game with a manual. That's crazy. Oh, yes. So, and we've got a map. Right, bad boy. That's a map. Now, this is amazing. Yeah. Loving this. And I will play the game. Minty fresh. Minty fresh like your mum. There you go. Wow. I'm loving this. I mean, that is amazing. So, that's all of this is. This. This is sealed. That's never been opened. Looks like dog tags. That guy's has never been opened. Do I open it? Yes, I do. No point keeping it sealed, is there? Right. Always careful. Always careful. There you go. There it is. Ooh. Yeah, so that is, I'm not going to open this, no point. So that is a couple. There is two. There is two dog tags in there. Oh yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to open the dog tags because no point. Oh, I'm well happy with this. What's this? Well, this is big. This is something big. Hotel and Paradise. Paradiso. Don't know what this is. Is that sealed? How the hell do I get in there? I don't want to damage anything. I don't know. What the hell's... Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah. So, pull that up. I don't want to rip it. Jesus, that one easy. I got you. Tea coasters. You got 4. Is it 4? Yeah, 4. It's always 4 in it. So you got like a metal, not metal. leather. Yeah, these are all the same. Tea coasters. Oh, some say different things actually. Paradiso. So you've got two that say Paradiso, and then you've got the other two that say, so what's like that? No. I don't know. Well, whatever that says. Hey guys, that is absolutely fantastic. God, that is absolutely amazing. So we're going to put this together. It's like that thing is just offset, so it fits in. I'm not sure. You know what? This is going to be amazing. You know, when I play the records, trying to think how this goes back because it's not. And things never. I did it once, yeah, and I've said it before. When you empty a tin of beans into a pan and then try and empty the same tin of beans, that ain't gonna go back. I'll leave that for a bit. Anyway, I'll sort that out tomorrow. But yeah, well, I can't believe this. Well happy with that. My grandkids, they've served, well, not served me well, but I swear to God, that is amazing. The last thing before we clear up, I bet this has gone on for about an hour. It's got to be. It's got to be an hour. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Switch off. Watch it again another day. Save some. I'm just trying to get my head around that Mafia 3. That's one of my best. It's going to become what it is now. It's my best collector's edition. Oh, that's unbelievable. When my grandkids say, oh, it's some plastic things that you like. Obviously, the plastic things referred to the vinyl that I've got on my shelves. Wow. Anyway, the last thing for the night is Another paranormal. This is the latest paranormal episode that I went through. And it happened while I was in hospital in July. I went in hospital in July the 10th this year, 2025. When I first got there, they put me in a room on my own, which, if you watch my videos, I showed you the room. And the reason they put me in that room is because they thought I wasn't going to make it. So basically, I was going to die on my own. This is the way it pans out. But because I made it, I lived, managed to get back onto a ward, a normal ward. When I went back onto the ward, during the day, I think it was morning, ended up back on a normal ward. So skip a little bit. Come that night, the same night, I ended up on that ward. The hospital is 3 beds, so three bays of bed, and then my side 3 bays of bed. So there was only 5 beds in the ward when I got there. The one facing me was empty. There was no bed, no nothing. And this was during the day, and for hours and hours and hours. And me being like, I'm not tired. I'm in hospital. I can't sleep. It got to about 3 o'clock in the morning. 2, could be 2, could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Both the doors at the end of the ward flew open. A bed come rolling in. 2 nurses put him into that slot that was facing me. And I could see that he was saying something to the nurse, one of the nurses. Didn't think nice of it at first. So anyway, let them do what they was doing. I was just laying there, not tired, just laying there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't sleep. And then when the nurses was finished with him, one of them kind of like looked at me and smiled. And as you do, like I am, I just looked back at her, she right up. And she just looked at me and she went, he says you've got, pointing to the old man. I mean, this guy looked like he was in his 80s. She was like pointed to him. She goes, he's just said that you've got a little dog curled up. You got a little dog curled up at the bottom of your bed. I was like, really? Anyway, then she walked off, smile on her face. So all night I'm thinking, okay. Anyway, the one thing that you lot have never known, I've been doing this channel for like 2 years, 2.5 years, probably getting on 3, I don't know, is I used to own a dog. I had a dog. I've never mentioned him. He died. He died in 2017. I don't really like talking about him because it always brings a tear to my eye. I'm finding how I had a dog. But anyway, let's go back to the hospital. So all night I'm awake and I'm thinking what he's just said. got a little dog curled up at the bottom of your bed. So, come morning, breakfast in hospital in Nottingham, anywhere in England, I think, at 6:30 in the morning, 6:30. So, anyway, I managed to get a few hours sleep. I wake up, the guy opposite me is awake, and first thing I think about is what he said to the nurse. And the nurse said to me about a little dog being curled up in a ball at the bottom of your bed. So I said to him, I go, oh, mate, because you mentioned to a nurse last night that there was a little dog curled up at the bottom of my bed. He says, yeah. I goes, did you see it then? He says, yeah. He says, there's a little dog curled up asleep at the bottom of your bed. So, curiosity, rather than feed him clues or anything, I didn't give him no. I says, what sort of dog was it? He goes, I don't know. He says it was a little thing, little, he goes, I don't know my dogs. This is his words. He goes, I don't know my dogs because my missus always had cats. He says, we never owned dogs. He says, but this was a little dog, white, a little white dog. I didn't mention white. He did. So I goes, oh, so he's white. And he went, yeah, he's a little white dog curled up at the bottom of your bed, asleep. And straight away I was like, well, even before that, I was like, yeah, could it be Jack? Like, guys, one thing on this channel that I've never told you, I used to own a dog. I had a dog for 17 years. 17 years I had a dog, and he was a little Jack Russell. I'm going to show you his photo. This is why I said to you, I've got a little photo here. Guys, that was my dog. His name was Jack. I had him for 17 years. He died in 2017. On the 14th of August, 2017, he died. Sorry, I should pause it now, but I did say this was going to be raw. This is right. I miss him. I miss him so much. It's my little dog. His name was Jack. He was a millennium, and I always said he was a. I knew this was going to be the hardest part of this video. I knew this, but I don't edit. I don't know how to edit. This is what you. This is how you get it. It's a little Jack Russell. His name was Jack. He was Jack. I had him for 17 years. Since the year 2000. So he died. He died in the year 2017. He was all of a sudden he got ill. It was fast, and a couple of days after a couple of days, he wouldn't eat. He didn't do anything. He didn't sleep, and I knew something was up. So I got in touch with a vet. The vet tried to diagnose his symptoms, and I knew, I knew it weren't right what the vet was telling me. So I said to the vet, I says, I'm going to get other confirmation. I did what anybody in panic mode will do. You Google it. Googled it. It was all crap. Um, I'm going to say the fourth day of his illness, I phoned the vet, and the vet agreed to come out on the following day, which I was willing. I was willing to pay. Anyway, the vet came. No, the vet didn't come out. This is the problem. He agreed to come out. The day the vet was due to come out, on the same morning, I think the vet was due at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But on the same day, 11 o'clock in the morning, Jack died. Yeah. I think. And I believe to this day that what that guy in hospital saw, sorry, I believe, oh, shut up, Kev. Jesus Christ, man. I believe the other strange, the other strange part, the other, this is what I'm saying about this video. What you see is what you get. I was hoping, anyway, right. This is the other strange part about the video is, not video, about the story. When he said you had a little white dog curled up in a ball at the bottom of your bed. 17 years I had that dog, and every night he slept there. I knew I won't be able to do it. He slept at the bottom of my bed, even though he had his own bed. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to edit. I don't know. Am I just emotional because I've had a drink? I don't know. Maybe. could I tell this? But sorry. Uh, I knew I'm trying to, because the problem I have is I don't edit. I don't. Alright. And then, yeah, I think I'm gonna. It's gone on for over an hour anyway. So yeah. But anyway, one last. There's my dog Jack. Miss him so much. I know I'm gonna get comments saying, "Why don't you get another dog? Why don't you get another dog?" That would be cruel. I tell you why, it'd be cruel. It would be cruel because I won't live long enough. I'll die before the dog. If I knew that I could outlive the dog, I would have another dog. I'd have it right now. But I'm lucky to, and I thank God every day when I wake up. If I had another dog right now, that dog would outlive me, and that would put that dog in a mess because it would have nowhere to go. My sons couldn't take it. They've got their own dogs. Like I said, I had Jack for 17 years. August 14th, 2017. I held him in my arms. I knew he was dying. Anyway, guys, listen. I'm going to end it there. Maybe I've drunk too much. I don't know. I think that I thought I had more tissue. I didn't. Anyway, we're going to end it there. But I've had a damn good birthday. Fantastic day. And like I said, I don't edit. Thank you, guys. Yeah, guys. I'm going to leave you to it. I'm still drinking because it's my birthday. And now my nose is running. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, month, years, everything. I'm sorry. Maybe I should be an editor and edit this out and delete the whole. But no, I did say what you get is what you get. You know, whatever. Anyway, guys, love you all. I'll catch you later. Enjoy.